Happy holidays and welcome to my first episode of replays of Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS with Robert X Pendragon. This channel is going to be dedicated to showcasing 1v1 matches. Whether or not they're going to be full glory or viewer matches, I don't know. Or maybe even a combination of both. Just let me know what you guys want to see and what you guys want to do. I do have Twitch streams, so just check that out in the description of my channel. And in the meantime, let's get on to the battles. This first match is going to be against a full glory Pikachu I met. He's going to open up with the up taunt as opposed to a good move. It looks like he's just having fun. And actually, I think he's probably a very casual player as opposed to a serious player. If it wasn't obvious by the up taunt, it'll be more so obvious by how little damage he actually does to me, and how ineffectively he uses Pikachu's Thunderbolts and his inability to gain momentum in the game. Certain characters will, once people play the game a little bit more and they start to, especially the people who are just getting the game for the holidays or whatever the case may be, once you've played the game enough and you start to get matchups, you'll start to realize what is really effective against certain characters. For Pikachu against Sonic, Pikachu's best move or best strategy is to keep Sonic out and attack during Sonic's hit stun with the Thunderbolts. Pikachu's neutral B is his best friend, especially against ground-based characters like Sonic. Sonic is really dependent upon positioning, really dependent upon combos and speed. So throwing out Thunderbolts and limiting his ground option is going to be your absolute best bet to fighting against Sonic. And I'm able to really say that simply because of how difficult it is for me as a Sonic player to fight against characters like Falco, who have a very high hit stun, neutral B, Dr. Mario, Pikachu, and Zero Suit Samus, and even including regular Samus, who just has a lot of projectiles in general that really limit Sonic's ground game and force him to do very random, very weird aerial combos, and sometimes they hit and sometimes they don't. So in this case, if my opponent had kept up the momentum simply by using the Thunderbolts more effectively and using it more consistently, he may have done more damage and even taken the stock. But he fails to do that in this match. I'm ended up going to win this match with a 2-0 stock. I take it by a forward smash, one of Sonic's most reliable kill options that continues from Brawl. But it's not Sonic's only kill option, which really was the case in Brawl. Sonic could kill with other moves, they weren't as good as Sonic's forward smash. And in this game, Sonic's back air, Sonic's up air, Sonic's back throw, Sonic's up throw, and Sonic's forward throw are really also effective kill moves at high percentages, include more so 130 to 140% for medium range characters. For medium weight characters, excuse me. This next match is going to be me more or less having fun. I want to learn all the third-party characters, excluding Shulk. I could care less about Shulk and his sword play. I mean, Shulk's a good character. I just don't enjoy sword characters that much. But I want to learn Mega Man. I want to learn how to play Mega Man fairly well enough to really call myself a good Mega Man player. This was probably the only match that I have recorded against a MetaKnight player, and he was this was in a 4 glory match. He was the very first MetaKnight that I'd ever played. We had one match before this one, prior to this match. I did win it, but I won it only by, I think it was by like 20%. I put a 20% life difference. He was at 120 and I was at 100. I do my best to avoid his usage of down B. That's something that crossed over from our other match. He used down B a lot, almost as if he believed that it was MetaKnight's only real good kill option and damage option. MetaKnight's a really fast character. He has multiple jumps as well, so he's like a reliable not a reliable Greninja, but a different kind of Greninja player, Greninja character, excuse me. MetaKnight's primary objective is to gimp your opponent off the stage, which is similar to Brawl. The difference is that a lot of his moves don't have the exact same durability. His side B has the same durability, where he can take a good amount of projectile damage and will quickly blaze through it and be able to do damage to your opponent and recover at the same time. So MetaKnight isn't by no means a bad character. I just don't understand why he's not as used as often, and why I still haven't really played very many MetaKnights. I do end up getting the kill by a fully charged forward smash from Megaman, which does indeed go over the edge. Well, not over the edge, but it hits the edges of a stage, so it's a very good edge guarding option. If your opponent is just holding on to the edge of the stage, you won't be using it that much for that purpose. More so to edge guard opponents that are trying to fly onto the stage without going down or up, or whatever the case may be. If your opponent is going up, you tend to use the up air as opposed to the forward smash. But against characters like Little Mac, it's sometimes really good just to throw out random forward smashes to keep them from using side B to get back onto the stage. In this instance, it'll be one of the more common moves that I use against Nick, who is a moderator on my Twitch channel. We play fairly often. He's a really good Little Mac player. I say that simply because he counters more often than any other Little Mac that I know. Little Mac's counter is probably one of the better counters of the game, simply by how fast it is. The only downside to it is its horizontal length. Is that in Smash Bros 3DS, I think it sometimes killed him while he was trying to counter. He ends up getting the hit, but because he got the hit, he's not able to recover. In this case, he's not really worried about it, simply because he's throwing out random neutral Bs, something that I wasn't used to at the time. Getting knocked out and killed in that way was just something that I hadn't predicted at all. But at the same time, I also had a lot of difficulty with Mega Man against Little Mac characters, simply because I relied on moves that had a ton of recovery lag for Mega Man. At the short hop height, you don't really want to rely on the flame sword, simply because, well, you don't want to rely on the flame sword randomly, because it is one of those moves that has a lot of recovery. And that also includes the crash bombs and the forward smashes. Now, I do get the kill with the forward smash crash bomb or combo, which you can only do with an uncharged or moderately charged forward smash. If you use a fully charged forward smash plus crash bomb, the crash bomb's damage isn't nullified, but the knockback is. So you want to really be careful about how you use Mega Man's projectiles and the effects of the projectiles. Nick is really taking advantage of the fact that of how I get on the stage by really effectively using that neutral B, using side B. Using side B the way that he's doing probably isn't the best move, but because of how he counters and he mixes up the side Bs and the counters, it actually works out for him. At this stage, what I want to do is I want to mess up his KO punch potential. He actually does it for me. Though the KO punch wouldn't have killed me, being at 0%, taking a 40% hit is not in my best benefit. And at this point, I really start to predict Nick's movements and when he's going to counter and everything. I do finally take the second stock with the up smash, which I don't tend to do too much with Mega Man. I'm not really sure how. I mean, it is a very good kill move. It comes out extremely fast. I just think that Mega Man Smash moves are probably better because a lot, especially on Full Glory, because of how often it is to roll backwards and roll in general. Your down smash is probably going to be your more commonly used kill option with Mega Man on Full Glory. But in general, your up tilt is a good move, and I probably should use it more often. I'm predicting Nick. I'm predicting some of his moves, and this is where I start just throwing out random forward smashes. I didn't predict him to jump into the air and use the side B, but that is his best way of dodging the forward smashes. He's very lucky in that instance, simply because, as we had seen previously, the fully charged forward smash does indeed go over the ledge, but Nick was still in recovery mode, so he was able to the forward smash missed him, but it doesn't really matter since I got the kill with the up air, which was probably my best option, and why I used it so much more than the flame sword or the back air. Simply just to mess up Little Mac's ground game and force him in the air, where his aerial game is less than mediocre. Now, I plan on showcasing 1v1 matches. Whether or not they're going to, like I said, whether or not they're going to be viewer matches or Full Glory matches, I'm not sure. But if you come to my Twitch, if you leave me comments, I will definitely take those into account. Of what people want to see. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, follow, and do all that good stuff. Thank you, and have a great day.